Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another podcast. I'm here with Joshua from Three Interactive, and we're going to be talking about the new Xbox release game, Switch or Die. Um, can you say something, Josh? Say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
All
Hello.
right.
Hi. Hi.
All right. Hey,
So
what's up, guys?
the game
Welcome to another podcast. I'm just. Yeah. Can you hear me? Or is
I
it a little
try.
like glitchy? It's a little glitchy, right? Oh, I think I just lost you. One second. It should
It is
settle down.
okay.
Hold on, guys. We're just gonna start. Technical difficulties. Um, have you caught up with me, Josh?
Yeah. It's a
All right. Your
green.
webcam's a little frozen right now, so guys, please don't worry about the webcam. Josh will keep stuttering, but his voice is clear. So we're looking at Switch or Die, or Die Trying, which is a platformer, and it's developed by an Indian game development studio called Three Interactive, and they're based out of Delhi. And I thought, since we're doing a lot of podcasts with streamers, with a lot of entertainers in the gaming industry, I think it's time we start doing game developers in India as well. So, Josh, tell me about yourself. Tell me how you got into game design and about your studio.
Yeah,
Okay, I can't hear you at all.
yeah. No.
Let's
I
just
you.
I'll just recall you back. Hold on, guys. We're just gonna have to redo this.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah,
Are we
and you're
good?
back. Yeah, you're back. You're
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm here in Delhi. The studio's name is called Three Interactive,
Okay.
just like the number three. Yeah, that's it. Most people will tend to mispronounce the name. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, not obviously, but yeah. And again, which are I trying?
Okay.
It's releasing on the Xbox on Wednesday. It's already out for pre-order,
Right.
and it's been on Steam for the last 1 year.
Okay.
It released March 7th on Steam and on 28th of
Mm-hmm.
Feb on the Xbox. So yeah,
Right.
and
So, can we just talk about the game first before we sort of go into like the development aspect? Can you just talk about like what inspired this game and uh,
oh yeah.
about the game in general?
We were coming out of a previous game, Guardians of the Skies, if you know about it. It's the
Mm-hmm.
official game of the Indian Air Force,
Oh, okay.
and this was way back in 2014.
Okay.
And after getting done, we spent quite a bit of time on that game. So
Mm-hmm.
after getting done with that, we thought uh, we'll give a shot to our own creative expression because that was more like a commissioned work.
Right.
Though we loved that game,
Mm-hmm.
but we wanted to try something different. And
Mm-hmm.
since we were a new studio, we could. Uh,
Okay.
we sat one Halloween weekend
Mm-hmm.
that year. It was Halloween weekend, and we brainstormed and came up with Switch.
Okay.
Uh, the basic premise is you play the character I,
Mm-hmm.
and you've lost all of your friends, and your friends are the other alphabets of the English language.
Okay.
So you can switch yourself between forms, small I and big I,
Okay.
and based on that, the world and all reacts to you. So the
Mm-hmm.
basic premise is by switching your forms, you need to save your or help out your friends in each of the levels,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. At the end of the level, you will kind of resolve some sort of plot with
Right.
each.
Okay. So it's a
Uh,
platformer which requires you to be really fast, right, and nimble, right?
yeah, you need. I mean, it's really helpful if you have a controller.
Right.
If you don't have a controller, it's kind of difficult even for us. I mean, it's like really tough on the keyboard. So
Even for us, I
controller.
I like that. Okay, we're gonna have to like switch off the video because your voice is like totally like jarring. So guys, for the rest of this podcast, you're just gonna have to look at a blank screen while I while I talk to him in Discord. Just hold up, we'll just sort this out. Um, One second. we're just gonna wait for him to like join the stream room. Um, One second, guys. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. We will be reading chat in just a bit. First, we're gonna talk about the game. Um, just gonna ask him to join in real quick. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello?
this is much better. I think
Oh,
the
okay, fine.
video thing is just not working.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
It's okay. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So yeah, we've got the disembodied voice of Joshua from Threye Interactive. He's the lead game developer for Switch or Die Trying, and yeah. So you were talking about the game gameplay, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So, as you, the levels are divided into 5 worlds,
Mm-hmm.
and there are 75 levels, so 15 world, or say 15 levels each world.
Okay.
Okay, and in
How many hours of gameplay is this totally coming to?
uh, if you're decently good at it, I think around 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Also, yeah, that's just one run through.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, each level has like a 4-star progression
Okay.
where you get 1 star for completing the level, the second one is for beating the time,
Mm-hmm.
and the third is for collecting a special ink drop. So if you do all 3 of them together in one run, you get a fourth excellence kind of
Oh,
star.
right. So if you're one of those achievement hunters,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Then it's really tough. I mean, to beat the level and collect the drop in the same run is
Mm-hmm.
kind of challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then the gameplay keeps increasing.
Right. So it was Super Meat Boy like an inspiration for this game?
Yes, definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, that's one of the first comments we get from most people who look at the game.
Right.
Though there are a few other games as well, Super Meat Boy is the most visible one right
Mm-hmm.
now. Though once you play, you will, if you play platformers in general, you will notice elements of other games also.
What are your favorite platformers like off late, like in the last three,
Of
4 years? Yeah.
oh, I like Inside definitely.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and Inside's one. I have Ori and the Blind Forest as well.
Okay.
And I just finished playing Headlander, if anyone follows Double Fine. Decent platformer, but yeah, that's one of the latest. I also liked Little Nightmares, if you know about that.
No, I mean
Um,
I've heard it was on sale recently, right? Like
okay, fine, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, like I love these games. You should also check out Guacamole in general. That's all heavily influenced by that game as well.
Asha. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how big is your team, and how many years did you take to develop this game of yours?
The team for the game was mainly just 2 of us, though the companies are bigger than that. And we had the 2 of us worked on this for 2.5 years on the game. Though we had other projects as well to handle,
Right.
but right from start to finish, it took us 2.5 years.
So,
That
this is 2.5 years till Steam, and then you
till
took
Steam, yeah, another year till
another
Xbox.
year till Xbox.
Yeah,
So,
so
like,
it's
is porting games to Xbox like that time consuming? Is that something you guys like? Do you have to like? Is there a lot of red tape basically? Because
Yeah, you can say that. It's not as simple,
Okay.
and in fact, it's just not 1 year that from Steam to Xbox. We've started Xbox parallelly with Steam quite some time back,
Okay.
right when the game was being developed. So even in spite of that, it's taken another year.
We have a couple of people in chat who are saying Inside and Limbo were just amazing games,
Oh yeah,
and Little Nightmare as well. So
yeah.
so if you've played those games, this is a good. Is would you say it's similar, or it's just the only
It
similar thing is
has
platforming?
uh, no, it's not similar to Little Nightmares and Inside in
Okay.
that sense. Yeah, I've more similar to Super Meat Boy, I would say.
Most similar to Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Right. So tell us about Three Interactive, and like what kind of projects have you guys been doing? Other than Switch or Die Trying.
Yeah, yeah. So we are 5 years old right now, and our first game was Operation Morning Glory, which was like a flight simulator game.
Right.
Then a big game after that was Guardians of the Skies,
Mm-hmm.
the official Indian Air Force game.
When did this Guardians of the Skies come out?
It came out in 2014.
I'm really surprised because I've never heard of this of the
Oh,
Indian Air Force releasing a video game.
okay. It was released through our own Android. Uh,
Okay,
I mean,
so
yeah, Google Play account,
okay, all right.
but it's the official, and it has over 3 million downloads across platforms. So, I mean, I'm sure some people in chat would have probably heard of it at least.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people asking. Okay, so since if for those of you just dropping in, I am sitting here with Joshua from Three Interactive. They are an Indian game studio based out of Delhi, and we're talking about them, their company, the latest game that they've come out with. It's called Switch or Die Trying. It's already out on Steam. We're going to be giving away 10 copies. He's 11. He's given me 11 CD keys, I think. Yeah, so we're going to be. We're
Hey,
going to
one
be
of them was for you.
Oh,
So
one was
okay.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be giving away
Yeah.
10 copies of this Steam copies. I know most of you guys are PC gamers, so he offered Xbox, but I figured Steam is the way to go. So I will set up like a giveaway link, a giveaway thing at the end of this, and we will pick 10 winners, and you guys can take part in it. If you win, we'll send you the key, and you can get a chance to play the game that we're talking about. So yeah, coming back to your other projects. So any plans for like future games that you guys are you going to
Yeah.
continue supporting Twitch, Switch or Die Trying?
Uh, our next game right now in the works is a VR game. It's already being developed,
Oh
and
wow,
we hope to release it soon. And we're targeting mobile. What do you want to call premium mobile VR?
okay,
So that's like
like
the day.
Samsung's and
Yeah, the Samsung Gear
OnePlus
VR
phones. Haha.
and the Daydream platform. No, specifically these platforms,
Okay.
Daydream and Gear VR. Uh,
Any reason why you're not doing like Vive and stuff like that?
It will come over to Vive and Oculus as well, but that's later. We want to tap the mobile market first, mainly because if we develop for Vive or the PC platform first, the requirements. I mean, we won't be able to optimize it for a mobile version. It'll be trickier. So if
Right.
we build it for mobile first, we will already have it optimized, and as soon as we release to the other platforms, it should be easier to
So
get them out there.
so which engine are you guys using for all your game development?
Yeah, Unity 3D. Yeah,
Okay, you're
this is
using
all.
Unity. Right. So how does it work? Like when you're
In
using
fact,
Unity, do you have to pay some
yeah,
royalty or is it just free to use for everybody?
it's free to use, but if your studio earns more than 200,000 or 100,000, I think there are two tiers right now.
Okay.
You need to have a pro license.
Acha.
Also, there's a you get a different editor, and, I mean, the editor skin and this watermark at the start of your game.
Right. They remove
If you
it.
have a free version, if you have the free version, we do
Okay.
use the pro. We
Okay.
do.
Yeah. So then I guess you've sold more than 200,000 like, copies or like how does it work? You have to make $200,000 in income.
Annually, yeah,
Oh,
but
annually. All right. Okay.
yeah, that's not per, it's an annual company income kind of thing, irrespective of the game. But if you're on the free
Okay.
version, you can still just use it. There's no royalty or something that you pay to Unity.
Okay.
So
So if your
they're quite
company,
friendly like that.
interesting. So if your
Yeah,
company is anyway making 200,000 plus, you have to buy the pro version.
yeah.
Right. Makes sense. Okay. So tell me about yourself and how you got into the gaming industry. And you're a game designer. What part of this game you have designed?
Okay, these are two separate things. About myself, I'm actually in here right by chance. I'm not a gamer. I don't know. It's kind of blasphemous to say that on a gaming podcast and
Yeah.
working for a gaming studio.
Studio, I know, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But one of the main reasons I would say I'm not a gamer is because in college, when everyone used to play CS, I think 1.6 at the time, and NFS, Most Wanted, and those series that time, I always got this headache while watching any FPS. I mean, with a lot of motion.
Right.
Yeah, so that kept me. out of the loop for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've done my engineering, mechanical engineering,
Okay.
and then I've done my master's in mechatronics from VIT in Vellore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
And
Wait, how
so
old are
then
you if you don't mind me asking?
yeah, I'm 28.
You might actually have studied with a couple of my friends.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
fine.
at
If
VIT.
in VIT,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
VIT, oh, nice.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And then after that?
So I was more interested in robotics and this hardware electronics kind of thing. If anyone knows of Arduino and Raspberry Pi and all those
Yeah.
that kind of tech, so
Right.
that's what I was interested in. But I yeah, I was researching augmented reality back in 2013 for my
Okay.
own interest. I mean, this was when I got done with my studies and came back home.
Right.
So I was randomly on YouTube looking at Unity tutorials. I don't know why I didn't really know about Unity at the time, but I just stumbled upon it. So
Okay.
over there, I saw Anurag, our company founder, CEO. He had posted a few tutorials on augmented reality. This is very basic stuff. I mean, you can imagine 2013, the tech
Yeah.
right now is like miles ahead. Okay?
Okay.
So this was very basic augmented reality at the time, and he had posted a video, and I just happened to get in touch with him just randomly. I just messaged him there regarding some doubt. I don't even remember what doubt it was,
Okay.
and yeah, we got talking after that, and I'm from Bombay, by the way. Okay,
Right.
in case, yeah. So I'm right now in Delhi. I came over to Delhi just to check them out. It seemed quite interesting. Gaming was
How old was Three Interactive when you came to Delhi?
a year old, just a year. It
Okay.
just completed a year, and yeah, I came like 1 or 2 months after their 1 year anniversary.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was the work that interested me, and I came over here. And slowly, Unity was our go-to tool for everything. I mean, besides gaming, Unity is very powerful for a lot of other things, and we use Unity for almost everything that we did. Slowly and surely, I picked up Unity and then got into the gaming side of it.
So when you picked up Unity, you're saying were you coding? Were you an artist? Like what are
Oh
your?
yeah, I'm a programmer. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Could you say
a
that again?
program. I'm a programmer,
You're a
developer.
developer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what language does Unity coding happen in? Is there a specific language?
Yeah, it does support JavaScript and C Sharp.
Okay.
It had support for another language called Boo earlier, but I think they've dropped it. And I think going forward, they are heavily favoring C Sharp.
C sharp.
Yeah,
Python is not something that's used in
no,
game development anymore.
not in Unity and Unreal as far as I know. I mean, I have not come across it.
Okay.
We do use it for some other small projects on the Raspberry Pi. So, but then we will make Python talk to C Sharp and stuff like that. But it doesn't natively support.
Right. Okay. So, are you guys planning to use other engines, or are you guys like settling into Unity and like you're comfy with? Um,
Uh, our expertise with Unity right now is very high, relatively at least, I would say. We are, though, doing a few simulation projects which require us to work in Unreal. So we are getting familiar with it.
so, these simulation projects, are they like military projects, or are they just
Yeah. So
okay?
besides gaming, we even do simulation projects, and for government, what do you say? For the government, and
Secret
yeah,
government projects.
not really secret, uh,
Yeah.
and even we for the army and the air force.
Right.
In fact, we are looking at getting VR as a training tool for the forces as well, because
Yeah, even the U.S. Army is doing stuff like this,
yeah,
right?
so we are in talks. I mean, on different
Yeah.
projects for that as well, because soldiers can simulate different environments, especially if it's a multiplayer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Uh, and VR. I mean, VR gives you the
Yeah.
realism.
Have you played Squad by any chance? It's a military sim game.
No, I haven't. I will check it out. I'll just add it to my list. Yeah.
It's insane. If you
Okay. Yeah.
if it's probably the best. I'm a big military simulator fan,
Oh,
and it's
nice.
probably one of the best mil sims out there.
Okay.
That it's made by the same guys who did Project Reality, which was a Battlefield mod back in the
Oh,
day.
okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
the PR guys made this, and the sound design is just amazing. It's some of
Okay.
the level. So other than military projects and what else are you guys planning to do in the future? Like, what do what you
Uh,
said?
e-
You said VR, right, for Samsung VR.
Yeah, yeah. No, even currently, we are working on computer vision and machine learning. I know our portfolio is a little diverse for a gaming studio, but yeah. So for that we are dependent on Python
Okay.
for our computer vision and machine learning project.
Okay. So
So
what does that mean, if you don't mind me asking? Computer vision and machine learning.
computer vision is simply put, I mean, a computer able to track your face,
Okay.
uh, like your Snapchat filters which react to your face in a
Right.
very crude way,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
your iPhone 10 emojis also. Yeah, so that'll be the computer vision part of it. The machine learning on part of it comes on top of it, where we can detect probably the mood of the person, or
Okay.
whatever parameters we are looking to track.
So how does this sort of become a video game? Like, how do you gamify something like this?
These are not directly related as to video games.
Okay.
They will probably go into some company projects which we will carry out.
Okay. So, coming back to just games, like,
Yeah.
what other kind of games are you guys looking at? Would you guys look at shooters, maybe at a later date? Like,
Yeah, we are looking. We are planning to shift focus away from platformers. The platformer thing was just an experiment, so to say,
okay,
which which ran for too long. uh, yeah, and we will soon move focus back to the military, aviation, and yeah, shooters.
what can you guys do like a Call of Duty for India? Like, that would be sick. You know,
Yeah,
like just a
that.
campaign, like a proper
Yeah,
Hindi, Tamil, whatever, all regional languages, a little bit of English here and there.
yeah,
Shove in subtitles. Like, if we watch Full Metal Alchemist, we can watch. We can play a game in Hindi, okay,
yeah,
with
yeah.
English subtitles.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's actually on our roadmap. We are like our current the VR game is a World War I based game where you're a pilot, and we will expand to all the wars. We also have a parallel track running. I mean, it's not yet started, but it's in the works for an Indian uh, combat game.
Game.
Yeah,
I mean,
it will
either that or
expand.
just make the Indian GTA and just roll in the
Yeah.
money because like if you I don't know, I look at search terms regularly on Google. Okay, I'm always looking at like what gamers are searching for in India, and Indian GTA is like something that a lot of people want. Clearly,
Yeah, we shall keep that in mind.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So like what kind of background do you need to get into game design? Like, how much what do you need to be trained in to become a game developer in India?
Game development is like a multi-disciplinary field. So you could join it in as many roles. We have one is code, obviously. Then we have art, and these are the primary skills that you would need if you want to get into the hardcore development of the game. I
Right.
mean, these are the two main sides, code or art. Within that, you could specialize in many other things. I mean, even the code, you could look into different parts of the code. Art also, yeah, there are different sub disciplines within that.
Yeah.
Besides that, if you want to work at games too, and not necessarily work on the game, you could obviously help with the PR and marketing as well. That's one of another thing that you
Like,
could do.
you mean like
And music
social
and
media marketing?
yeah, social media marketing and as well music. I mean, whatever you think of that could be part of a game. Yeah. there's always place for that.
Right. So
And
that's actually a very important distinction, which a lot of people don't like know. Like, you don't have to just be a programmer or an artist to get into a
yeah,
game studio. You can actually get into a
yeah,
game studio in any sort of capacity.
yeah. Oh, my main another role is game designing, which doesn't involve code or art, but the whole
Concept of the
yeah
game.
concept, the mechanics and the interactions. How it's
Can you
like the
say
bridge
that?
between the game
Yo,
does.
your voice is really breaking for me.
Okay,
Yeah. Can you say that
am I
again?
better now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's game designing, which is what basically drives the game. I mean, if you're a coder or an artist, you can help design the game, but there are specialized roles as game designer where you can influence the code and art as to how it should move forward.
So, what are your roles other than programmer? Did you have anything to do with the game design?
I had to design a few of the elements. I mean, since it was mostly two of us, there were blurred lines in what each of us did.
Right.
The main designer would be Bharat Nag. He is right now not with the company, but Month of Switch is his baby, I would say. And yeah, so I had to do a bit. I mean, I had to design some elements because it was just too to share the load. At the same
Right.
beyond that, I handle all the social media, which is not like a coding job as well. Handling all the store accounts for each of the platforms, uh, like Xbox and Steam.
We have a question, by the way,
Yeah.
in chat from one of our viewers. Sudhanshu is asking, can any student intern to be a game dev? Are you
Oh
guys
yeah.
hiring interns at Three Interactive?
Uh, if you have a good enough and decent
Good enough, sorry?
portfolio, if you're passionate about it and if you find a fit, definitely you're more than welcome to try. Yeah.
All right. Sudhanshu, so if you want to connect with Three Interactive, just you can just Google them
Yeah.
and
You
just
can drop me a mail also,
drop them a
Joshua
mail.
at
Yeah, Joshua.
3.com. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. At 3.com. Yeah.
one second. I'll just I'll just drop that in chat for you guys so that you can. One second. threy.com.
Yeah.
I keep reading it as 3i, you know?
Yeah, no, that's the first thing which most people do.
Yeah, yeah. Any other game studios in India which are doing like work like you guys, like developing their own game in house? I know there's a lot of outsourced work happening. I was part of I was part of Pixel Tech a couple of years back where we were
Okay.
iRacing was outsourced to us, but you guys are concepting, designing, and developing the game uh, in India. So is that happening in any other studio in India?
There are a few others. I think the guys at Asura are completely
Right, Asura.
made in
The
India,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Asura has been, by the way, for those of you, it's kind of like a Diablo meets, yeah, it's a Diablo style game. Uh, Rats, who streams with us occasionally, has done a gameplay live stream, so you can go check that out. Well, where are they based? Do you have any idea?
I think Hyderabad, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, right.
There's a lot of gaming. I mean, the game development scene is quite hot, I would say, compared to the most parts of the country. In the NASCOM Game Developer Conference, NGDC,
Yes.
it happens in Hyderabad,
Right.
and game one runner-up studio game of the year. Asura were the winners. We were like second behind them. I mean, we were
Right.
runner-up for that award.
How many game developers took part in that competition?
I'm not actually sure of the total number of entries, but we were shortlisted into the top six first, and then like finally one. Yeah, I'm guessing there should have been around at least 2025 at least. Probably
2025
more.
in these are 2025 indie developers in India. That's a pretty big
Yeah, but
number,
yeah, that is quite big.
right? I don't know why NASCOM doesn't sort of open these events to just like gamers, you know. It's
They are open. It's not. I don't think they're closed. I just don't think there's enough knowledge about the event. It's
yeah,
more
yeah.
popular among the game developers. I'm sure there were a few just enthusiasts who dropped in for the conference.
No, I mean like
But yeah,
we have Gamer Connect, right? We have Gamer Connect, which happens all over the country
okay,
by Nvidia,
okay.
and of course Nvidia's marketing team is fantastic. But you know, like I'm just saying, this could be a good like experience event where you get to come and play Switch or Die Trying on your systems, you know,
Yeah.
and have a meet and greet with the game devs.
Uh, in fact, there was an expo section, and you could play Switch or Die Trying at the conference. We had like a booth and all set up. Uh, just that I think the awareness is a little low, and I
Right.
think game marketing is a little tricky to do. Even for us, just general marketing ourselves to a global audience is kind of difficult. I mean, it's something that we don't experience with yet. Since we are a small studio, we have to manage
Can
all the
I have a suggestion?
aspects of it.
Reach out to like live streamers in India, content creators, and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
like how you've reached out to me, and you know, just give them the
But
game and be like, yo,
yeah,
play the game, please. You know, that's a good way
yeah.
to like
Guess
get
I'll,
people.
yeah. The general, at least trained, is like most of Indian gamers are interested in, at least as per me, okay, I could be totally wrong, are not interested in indie games. I don't know. I could be completely wrong on this, but they're more into a CS and Dota kind of atmosphere.
No, but there's actually like, see, the thing is, I feel like the way gamers work in India is if they have the information, then they get to make a choice.
Yeah, yeah, you're
And
absolutely right.
the problem is because we have like there's no like gaming news channel which tells people about Indian content creators, game studios in India. There's nothing. I think this is probably the first streamer podcast where a game developer has been
Yeah.
invited and we're talking about Indian game development. Like
Yes, yes.
it's not been done before.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually I think that's one of the main challenges. People don't know. Asura did a lot of decent marketing.
Yeah, they even like to market their game. Like that's kudos to them. We haven't been able to. I mean, we haven't been doing as much as we can or should do. Uh, yeah, it is. There is a lot of scope for improvement.
Viraj Patil has a question for you. He asks, well, as a game developer, as in your game developer opinion, what is the
Yeah.
future of esports? Have you been following
Oh
esports in
yeah.
India?
I'm aware of the U cipher, if I'm
Right.
not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. But yeah, esports worldwide also has a lot of potential, and in India too, definitely. There are so many gamers out there. I mean, every engineering college or every college for that matter has their own. Uh,
Joshua,
yeah, yeah.
I can barely hear you. So I have a
Oh, I'm so
request.
sorry.
I have a request.
Yeah.
Let's can you exit Discord and just join back in,
Oh,
or maybe reset your modem because I think there's some packet loss happening on your side.
okay, okay. One sec.
Yeah.
So there's cut the call, right? Yeah, one sec.
No, just Discord. Yeah, disconnect, guys. We're just gonna take a small break while he uh, he just like resets his internet because even I can barely hear what he's saying. It's a little like scratchy. But if you guys do have questions, please do leave them in chat. I'm reading the questions. Don't worry, I'm reading chat, and I will be asking him. Is there any event in Bangalore? So a lot of the NASCAR events do happen in Bangalore, and so if you are based out of Bangalore, it's a good place to like a lot. Even the Indian Gaming Show happened in Bangalore. A lot of gaming events have actually happened in Bangalore. Gamer Connect recently happened in Hyderabad. There's gonna be a bunch of Gamer Connects all over the country. So like whether you're north, south, east, west, you should be able to find a decent Gamer Connect. Um, IGS is like Indian E3. You could say I feel like NASCOM should be the Indian E3 because NASCOM is literally That's what they're supposed to be, right? The game developers getting together. So join call. Hold on. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
All right. Yeah. Much better.
Is it better? Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better.
Okay.
Much better. Because
Fine.
yeah, it was cracking a
Okay.
lot. Yeah. Anyway, so please ask him if he's got any app on the Android platform. You do, right? The Indian Air Force game,
Yeah, yeah. The Guardians of the Skies.
Guardians of the
Uh,
Sky. Yeah.
I-
He
It's
wants
the
to know.
official
He
Air
wants to
Force
know
game.
how much downloads you got, and
Okay.
I don't know if he can share this, Misty Wing, but he also wants to know what kind of income, uh, what kind of income you've received from the Android store.
For the I cannot hear you now.
Oh, you can't hear
Hello.
me.
Yeah.
Just join the
Uh,
stream room again. That's it.
stream. Oh.
I'm sorry, guys. We're having some technical difficulties. This generally never happens. Yeah,
Hello. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
So
didn't get the
so
last part.
no, so he's asking like what kind of downloads did you get? Like how many downloads did you get? And
On which game?
on the Air Force One.
Air Force game. Download is download 3 million across platforms. We are over 1 million on Android and Windows Phone. Surprisingly, okay. Windows Phone was popular in India at that time. We
Yeah,
had
yeah.
like lots of downloads. We actually won an award from Microsoft for being the best app in general for that year,
Oh wow. Okay.
which was like surprising. And that's what also helped us getting into the Xbox program eventually.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, income wise, it was more like a one. It was like we were paid to do it by the Air Force, so we didn't earn per download or anything like that.
Right.
It
Right. Right.
was it was a purely free game, no ads, nothing, and we were whatever the contract says. I mean, I don't know. Even I personally really don't know. Even I can't. Not that I'm
Yeah,
not trying
it's
to tell
not
you.
that
I
you're not.
don't really.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's fine. That's the best answer. Viraj Patil asks, I asked that because I'm designing an esports arena and development center as my architecture project. Uh, I think an esports arena in India is going to be like a while away. Like it's
Yeah, it's too early.
yeah.
If you can get it going, then great. I mean, it will be
No,
amazing. But
yeah, no. I mean, you need
culture,
you need
yeah,
the culture. You
yeah,
need sales tickets. You can literally use any car show event space for a esports arena. So
okay, yeah.
I
That
don't
would be an esports
understand,
arena. And
Viraj, why you're doing that as your architecture project.
it,
Since
it,
I
it,
am
it-
since I am in landscaping and a bit of architecture, please hit me up after this podcast, and we'll talk about it like in detail. I'm very interested, by the way.
okay.
Yeah. Another question,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Sudhanshu asks, what can we do with machine learning in the game development field?
There is a lot of scope for machine learning and AI. Basic application that's off the top of my head is reacting to how players play the game. So uh, the difficulty of the game would be proportional to, will be unique for each player. I would say can be. I mean, it could be made like that, where the game learns how you play and
So this is like this
progress.
is procedurally generated content, gaming content, basically.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. So each player will have his own unique experience, and no one will find it too hard or too easy
It's
to
similar to the
finish
AI
off.
director, right? Which Valve came out for Left 4 Dead, where they throw
Yeah,
they throw different
yeah,
intensity of
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Right. So yeah. So Sudhanshu, if you want to check out a game which I think does, I'm not sure if the AI director, the AI director has machine learning. So yeah. So check out Left 4 Dead. It goes really cheap on Steam sales. Thank you, Nolan. Thank you for the awesome podcast. Let's all thank Joshua also, please, for making time to do this. Coming to your Xbox One release, could you just give us a couple of details?
Yeah, it's going on sale for $6.99 on the Xbox, and it's releasing on the 28th. That's this Wednesday at midnight. I mean, when it'll unlock for you. It's already available for pre-order. So if you're interested and you have an Xbox, please do pre-order the game.
Yeah, and this is
And
a
it would
game
be nice to
which
get some support.
yeah. This is a game which
Yeah.
people will prefer to use on an Xbox controller, right? It's designed for a controller, so
No, it's good. It's quite good on the PC as well. But the Xbox, yeah, has its own set of
right.
overall enhancements.
Who
Yeah.
did the music, by the way, for this game?
Bharat did the music again.
He's a
Bharat is
okay. So is he like a
he's
musician or like how do you do
no,
music for a game? How does it
he's
work?
not a musician. We just actually during the whole life cycle of the game, we just learned a lot of things while we were doing. I mean, it's like okay, we need to get this done. We'll just pick it up and do it. Though we could probably have hired an external musician, we didn't have a budget for it at the time.
Yeah.
So most of it was done in-house. I mean, most of the game is done in-house. So when the time came for music, we learned we used Ableton. If anyone
Yeah,
knows the
Ableton.
software.
Yeah. Ableton is a very famous software which lets you design your own music. So if you're a content creator, by the way, it's not that hard also to learn apparently from what I've heard.
So we got Ableton, and we had a MIDI keyboard also,
keyboard.
and we just got going after that. We did listen to a lot of other games and saw what kind of. But at the end, it was our own creativity for the music.
Right. What would be other than Super Meat Boy? What are other games which have sort of inspired you in terms of like I want to make a game like that, like obviously you're going to make your original games, and but
Yeah.
like any games which have inspired you and you want to do something like that in the future.
Okay, before games, I mean, obviously, I will list the games, but the main inspiration was indie game, the movie. If you haven't checked it out, do check it
I
out.
have seen the full
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what triggered things off here. And from there, we have the Flores jelly is there's a lot of influence from there. There's Guacamole, which is on PS and PC. That's a fun game. You should play it. Guacamole. Rayman as well. A bit, some parts of it.
Yeah, I understand. Rayman's a beautiful
And
game. I
yeah,
love it.
oh, definitely.
That's
It's like
actually that's
one
the
of
only
top-
game which you've mentioned in this list that I've played.
Oh, okay, nice.
And I've played Limbo as well. I've played a lot
Okay.
of Limbo. Yeah.
You should play Ori and the Blind Forest. That's good. That's really, really
Yeah. A
beautiful.
lot of people have recommended it. Yeah. I'm
And,
currently doing Fee. Have you seen the EA originals?
Yeah, I have, but I haven't played it. I mean,
Yeah. It's quite nice. I like the art.
Okay.
I like games which have like beautiful art. Like
yeah.
Bastion was like I'm forgetting the name of the company. I think it's People Can Fly, if I'm not mistaken.
What game is this?
Bastion, the guys who made Bastion.
Oh, yeah. And I think Transistor and
Transistor and
Pyre-
Bastion, yeah.
Pyre is their latest game.
Yeah, Pyre was their latest. I haven't played Pyre yet, but
Yeah,
those were great games.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's called That Game Company, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. Somebody will have to Google this and tell me.
Yeah.
Demon Himes asks the question: is it viable to choose game development as a career option in India? Are there enough jobs, or making your own game is the best option? I'm going to let you answer this.
It is tough to survive in this industry, but that should not stop you from giving it a shot. So I won't say there are enough jobs, but you can and will eventually find a job if you keep looking out. If you have the ability to support yourself and make your own game, go for that. Pick up some of the skills that are needed to be relevant in the industry. I mean, you need to be a hardcore pro at it, but at least like get some relevant skills. And I'm sure if you keep trying, you will get.
Yeah, I think
You
there is a lot
you
of
could
scope in
yeah
India. It's just that the grind is
yeah.
real. Like you need to really work hard. It's
You could alternatively join an outsourcing company and learn some skills which are used in games from abroad, and then move to a fully local
Yeah,
indie kind of
yeah.
setup.
That's kind of basically what I did. I was working in Bombay with Pixel Tech, and I worked on iRacing and uh, Godzilla, but I didn't really get to do any assets for Godzilla. And then there was Edge of
Okay.
Tomorrow. So
Oh,
yeah, they
nice.
were really like I don't think I even did, yeah, but the studio worked on those kind of games, and they were all outsourced in the US. I think Warner Brothers was their major client, uh,
Okay.
because Godzilla and Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, but I learned a lot. There was this guy called Akbar who was my boss, and I don't know. You might actually meet Akbar if you do. If you do meet Akbar, like tell him I said hi. But
Yeah.
he was like our mentor, and he was the lead artist, and he was like it was hard. It was not. It's not an easy job. It was pixel art, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So pixel art is just like it's horrible, because you're drawing like shadows which are like 1 pixel
Yeah.
thick. Yeah, so and then you're just messing with opacity. I like that's why I make all this like thumbnails and all these things that I do. I can make those because I learned Photoshop at that skill level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you do them yourself, or you have someone?
No,
Okay.
no,
Of
all
course
the
you
all
do.
the art, everything is on me. Like
Oh,
it's
nice, nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Don't
are you planning on getting back to game development anytime?
never, never, never,
Never, never
never,
say
never.
never.
No, no,
Come
no.
on.
I'm no never gonna do that because
Okay.
I've realized like when I got into game development, I didn't know what I was getting into. I had no idea.
Oh,
I
most people don't, including me. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Continue. Yeah.
yeah. So because I had no idea what I was getting into, and then when I got into it, and I realized how difficult it was, and the kind of commitment, like you need to really like love what you're working on, and I did not love the project that I was working on, and you don't get to choose your project.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you just
No,
go.
that will happen in bigger company or stuff where outsource work is happening. But if you go indie or if you work on your own, then definitely you have a lot more influence over the project.
Yeah,
Personal connect,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
very important, I would say,
But
to keep you going.
because I was young, the allure was like I was attracted to like I wanted to work for like Rockstar in
Yeah, yeah,
Bangalore. I wanted to work with
of course.
Dhruva on the Forza games. All the Forza cars are designed and drawn in Bangalore, most of them. And a
Yeah.
lot of my friends are working on the Forza series, and now they've moved
Oh,
on to Codemasters in Malaysia.
okay,
So these
okay.
guys, but even they hate their existences. Like they love games, but like they're just like, yo, I'm kind of done designing cars, man. So it very quickly, it's an industry which very quickly like you might start loving it, and then like there's this fall off point, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened to me. I got saturated, and I got saturated very quickly. Like it was 6 months, and I was like, yo, this is not the job for me. Yeah, but of course, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. I mean, if game development is your passion, please, for by all means,
Yeah.
go for it. I'm just an
The
exception.
key word is being passionate. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. You need to
yeah.
be willing to like work without like without
Yeah.
like
I
worrying
mean,
about money. Like money should be like
or
secondary.
or as like working on a Saturday or Sunday sometime
Yeah, I think that's
as
one
well.
of the
Yeah. I mean,
things.
you should just go it without
Yeah,
caring
yeah,
about.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I had no social life. Like,
Yeah.
like those 6 months, I was just like in a room or in the studio, in a room or in the studio. I barely like got to go out. Um,
With you
um,
right now,
sorry.
right? Isn't that happening with you right now?
No,
Of course,
actually,
you
my
are.
day job is landscaping, so I travel a lot now.
Uh, with your
Would you?
podcast. I mean,
My
your streaming. YouTube channel.
No, we mixed it up. In fact, we did a live stream from a car. We took the new HP Omen 15-inch GTX 1070 laptop.
Okay.
My friend had just purchased it. It's a 1.3 lakhs rupee laptop. It's expensive. Okay, and I was like, yo, let's do a live stream from your car, and we'll make it like an NFS live stream. So we were playing NFS,
Whoa.
and we were live streaming it through my phone, my 4G. In fact, like
Wow.
I ran out of data for like the month of Jan because of that.
Okay.
So yeah, like 720p, 30 FPS, no issues. Except we did knock the camera down once, but
Okay. What network are you on? Because I'm not able to.
I'm on Vodafone 4G.
Broadband?
Okay. Oh, broadband! My broadband, I have 200 Mbps line, which my beautiful sponsors pay for.
Okay.
All the super chats, the sponsor money that we get on live streams, that kind of
Yeah.
funds my my channel
Yeah,
channel
you give
expenses. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and giveaways. By the way, we're going to be giving away this game. I will set up the giveaway right at the end of the stream. Blockstock has a question. I believe you need to have some pretty good graphics or programming skills to get into a game development company because game dev jobs are much more demanding than software jobs. Do you think so? Do you think game dev jobs are more demanding than software jobs?
Yes.
Yes?
Way more. I mean, a software job, at least I would say probably 90% of them won't come close to game development. If you're really at the top of it, then maybe. I mean, then I will not contest you. But
Right.
if all these IT jobs and all, at least what happens in India, definitely game development is much more tough.
Much harder.
I'm using all my math in school from like 11th and 12th and all your vectors and all that, which I don't think anyone ever uses in their real life at all. Um, uh, yeah, it is tougher, but if you're it's not that hard to get into either. I mean, it should not like you should not be afraid of joining in just because it is hard.
Because it's hard. Yeah.
You can. I mean, there's the community is very vibrant. There's a lot of help. In fact, you have any doubt regarding anything, you will most certainly find it. I mean, more often than not, you will find it on the Unity forums or Game Dev forums for any kind of help that you need. I mean, I Google most of my queries even today. So that's okay. I mean, that should not really scare you. You having a good fundamental concept of your, I mean, a good stronghold over your fundamentals is good, but you can survive without it as well. I mean, you can.
I'm going to ask you one question. Programming, since you are the lead programmer, like,
Yeah.
how do I, like, if I want to be a game programmer, like, what kind of fundamentals do I have to have?
You should have an appetite for problem solving. If you don't know the code, the syntax, it's okay. It's not the biggest roadblock. If you really are scared of math and code, it's okay. There are a lot of tools to aid you. There are tools for at least Unity. As far as I mean, obviously other engines will have their own helpers. But there's this tool called Playmaker for Unity, where all your code is basically just blocks. You just drag and drop these into a visual. It's called visual scripting. So as long as you know the logic in your head as to what is to happen, you can just drag and drop it without writing one line of code. You can have your whole game ready right from start to finish.
So this is actually a good computer science project for those of you guys who are in school. Like, if you want to like make a game for your 12th board exam project, I actually made.
Oh,
a
yeah.
game, by the
Okay.
way. I did
Okay,
Pong.
nice. Oh, nice. Well,
Yeah,
did you like program it in? Some
Yeah, I
language?
programmed it. It was a Java applet.
Okay.
I did it in BlueJ. In fact, I was
Okay.
the only guy who did a game that year, and so it had
Oh,
sound. I did copy bits of code like double buffering, which is something that obviously like in 12th I did not
Yeah,
know how
no.
to do double buffering.
It's like completely okay to copy, at least conceptually,
Yeah.
some code. I mean,
yeah. No, I lifted. Like, this was just like I told my teacher, like, yo, listen, I don't know what double buffering is. how to code
Okay.
it, but I need it in my game, so I'm just
Okay.
like doing this, and she gave me
It
full
works.
marks.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was basically, I mean, you play against the comp, but you're effectively playing against a random generating accelerating uh, s-
Oh,
velocity thing. So the ball just
nice.
goes like epic, like it'll be slow at some point and then go really fast. So
Do you still have it?
no, it's
I mean,
long
we
gone.
could probably use a stream of that game.
No.
No.
But that was
Okay.
just to like pass computer science. That's
Okay.
where my sort of interest in game development started. But I realized I don't have what it takes to be a code monkey. I just don't have the logical flow that, as you said, you need that. You need to think logically, which I just didn't have. So art
Yeah.
was my calling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I worked on iRacing Blockstock. I was a texture artist and a 3D modeler. So
Oh, nice.
I was mostly on the art side of things.
Okay.
So
Like,
yeah,
that's one of my weaknesses, art. I mean, I'm not greatest at art, so I get by with paint for basic
I I
prototyping at least.
I think art is it's pretty easy. Like it's if you can sketch, if you can like basically sketch, then there are enough tutorials to like take
Yeah.
pencil drawings to like pixel art. Like it's
Okay.
enough tutorials, sorry, to like learn. But a lot of the learning that I did, I studied in IGA under Mr. Shailesh Vatsa, who was Threye Interactive. I think he was the one of the lead technical directors.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
and Mr. Joshi, who was the lead artist for some of the early Threye games. So they were my
Okay.
teachers, and
Okay.
they ran IGA. So a lot of the art, like yeah, I was actually formally trained in art,
Whoa, and
and
that's
yeah,
nice.
so yeah, there are
Oh,
courses that you can do.
yeah. Oh, I've not been formally trained in code, if that is a point for anyone. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've in mechanical engineering and mechatronics. I mean, I've done my basic C++ and Java courses, but that's just not like a degree kind of thing. Okay, yeah. Anyway, you can continue.
Venom asked him whether we can expect an FPS game. Yes, they did mention that they might do
Yeah,
an FPS game.
but not immediately. But that is planned. We will heavily shift focus on Indian and generally combat
Right.
in the studio.
All right. So
The
we're
yeah.
gonna start the giveaway. Um, I just want to like start it because we're almost close to the end of our live stream. So we just make it like a 5 minute giveaway, guys. It's quite simple to take part in the giveaway. All you need to do is type hashtag giveaway in chat. That's it. You just need to type hashtag giveaway in chat, and I will pick 10 lucky winners who will get code, who will get a CD key, a Steam key. Sorry. Yeah. So please please write hashtag giveaway. And a big shout out to Joshua and Threye Interactive for giving away their keys. And for those of you who don't win the keys, you can always buy the game.
Or at least add us to your wish list. I mean, I know it's expensive to buy games being an Indian. I mean, even for me, but add us to your wish list. That would
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
and buy it when it goes on sale. Yeah.
What's your game retailing for now on Steam? Sorry?
No, I didn't. I can't hear you.
Yeah. How much does your game cost on Steam right now?
In India, I think we've dropped to
250 rupees.
yeah 250.
Right.
It was at $10 earlier, but we decided so that was like 369 earlier. It's 250 right now. So anyway, 250 is, I mean, fair
Hey, come
enough,
on.
I would say.
250 is
Yeah,
like decent. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a random Steam key, guys. We're giving away the game that we've been talking about this entire podcast
Or the one that you can see on your in
on
the
your screen right
stream.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is the problem with live streams. Like people sort of drop in the middle and they're just like, wait, what?
Oh,
What's
okay.
happening? What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be giving away 10 keys, and I will be picking the 10 winners right now. And you guys can claim your keys by dropping your email ID. Send PC Peasants Gaming a private message, um, and I will send you your keys. The winners will get the keys. Everybody doesn't get the keys. We have limited keys. We have 10 keys, okay, which is a lot, by the way, all right? Yeah. So then what else? What do you do, Joshua, to like sort of hone your skills and like keep updating like your portfolio? And is there anything you're doing in the background?
Our work in general involves me learning every day. I mean, like including VR. Even within VR, there are so many different platforms which all have their own unique implementations, and then so that just keeps me
It keeps you busy,
trying to
basically.
update myself every time.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
In fact, I think we had one of the first GTX 1060s. I don't know if I'm in India and say that. I mean, this is way back. I don't know, a few years back. But yeah, so that was to get into VR, the hardcore VR. And
Hey,
Unity itself keeps updating, and the tools and plugins as well. Yeah.
do you plan to use your AR like you were tinkering with AR in college? Do you plan to like do anything with AR in the future?
Oh yeah. As a company, we have worked on AI projects as well.
Okay.
Some generic sort of AR as well as some specialized AR.
Okay.
We've worked on reconstruction of objects and then projecting them in AR in an AR world.
So
And
basically,
we've
Star Wars, like
yeah, definitely.
the R two
uh,
D two module, right?
it, Last year we were working. Hello, yeah,
Yeah.
we were working on building our own AR headset. If you will.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So that went on for quite some time. Eventually, we felt that we weren't in the right country to work on something like that because the companies in the US were being funded for literally the same thing that we were doing, and India is not a friendly, investor friendly market for cutting edge. Yeah, have you?
Sorry, your voice is breaking again.
Hello.
You said India is not an investor friendly market, and then I sort of lost
For
you.
yeah, it's not an industry friendly market for bleeding edge technology.
Right. So,
It's not very risk taking.
what do you
Yeah.
think is a good game that the Indian audience like you see yourself like, and the Indian audience like mass consuming? You know, like, I mean, is there any plan to like sort of go mainstream? I mean, I know you're an indie studio, but an indie game can still be mainstream. You know.
Yeah. So we are betting on in general for that.
Sorry, say that
It's
again.
military games,
Military
combat.
games, combat. Right.
That's where we are comfortable to go. I mean, mainstream enough for us. Though, of course, there's Bollywood and poker, but we won't want to go there. I
Yeah, I
mean, at
mean,
least not yet now.
like if you made like a Bollywood game where you manage a Bollywood studio,
Yeah.
just like a Bollywood movie studio manager, you know.
Yeah.
Have you played the game dev manager? What is it? I think it was something
Give
like
yeah, yeah. Give them simulator.
Game Dev
Simulator.
Simulator. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. I played it back like when it came out. That
Okay.
was actually a lot of fun. Uh, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
games like that have like a great market in India in terms of like it's
Okay.
easy to pick up. I mean, Switch or Die Trying is not an easy game. You
No,
need to
it's
have
not easy.
skill. You
Yeah.
know, if you want to challenge yourself, then you need to like go
Yeah.
for it. We have one. Ansh Sad has won the first key. I'm just
Oh,
gonna.
congratulations. Yeah.
Congratulations, Ansh. I'm just gonna create a small notepad to like write down your names, and I will pick up uh, the the other winners as well. We're just gonna pick all 10 right now, okay? Because I think it's time to like call it a day for the podcast. Okay, hold on. We're gonna draw another winner. Nishant, Meena, congratulations, Nishant, Meena. I'm physically writing your names right now. And so I use this bot which sort of like picks from the chat. It's
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. Dark Gamer, congratulations, Dark Gamer.
How many people have entered? Do you know that?
30 people.
Or just
30 people
okay,
have entered. So
okay,
like one third are actually going to
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Hussein Sheikh, congratulations, Hussein. Uh, guys, all of you who are winning the game, please note that you need to go to the about page in PC Peasants Gaming, go on Chrome and click send message and send me your email IDs, and I will send you guys the keys right after the stream. Sagar Sithavane. Sorry if I butchered your name, Sagar. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners so far. 5 more I'm gonna pick. Viraj Patel, congratulations. See, there you go, guys. Please thank Joshua in chat and Threye Interactive for for the keys. Gravestone videos, congratulations. We some of our older viewers are also winning. So we've got 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
nice.
4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more winners. Vivek Kalshetty, congratulations, Vivek. I'm just gonna write down your name here. And Ishan Devecha, congratulations. Devecha. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. And I believe my bot has crashed.
Oh.
Okay, we might have to start another raffle. Sorry, guys, we need another raffle for the last winner. Just type hashtag giveaway. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we've got 9. One more winner. For those of you who want to redeem your keys, please open PC Peasants YouTube channel on Chrome in desktop mode, and then go to the about section and click send message, and make sure you send it from the YouTube account that actually won, because if you then that way I'll know it's your account, so that somebody doesn't try to scam your key. This is India after all. I gotta be careful, okay? So yeah. So Joshua, what other games have you been playing like in life, just to like kill time? Or any games you're looking forward to 2018?
2018, I think Guacamelee 2 is coming out.
Okay.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's Alto's Odyssey is coming out.
Is that again
Oh,
a platformer?
no, Alto's Adventure. It's a mobile game.
Okay.
So yeah, that's also what I'm looking forward to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think that's it for now. I think a lot of games will be coming out during happening on the 19th of March, San Francisco, which getting to attend this year. So I'm headed to San Francisco for the
This is
conference.
which event? The Gamescom.
Game Developer Conference.
Game
Game
developer
Developer
conference.
Conference.
Wow. So what happens at these conferences? Like generally, what happens?
Devs from all over the world. This is like the biggest event. Devs from all over the world gather around there and
Okay.
play test their game, showcase their game, announce their game. And the biggest release, obviously, release, announce. You'll get to hear a few games being announced there.
So is this like only for game devs?
I think anyone can buy a ticket, but it's aimed towards game devs to build contacts within the industry. And yeah,
Right.
there's this Game Designers Network of India. They had a scholarship thing happening, and I was lucky enough to get a
Sorry, your voice
scholarship to
broke
go
off
there.
again.
Oh,
You were lucky
hello.
enough to?
I won a conference pass as part of the scholarship.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
All right.
yeah.
All right. Misty Wing, congratulations. You are the 10th winner. Sorry, the bot is not like working properly, so I've had to pick somebody at random, and I've picked Misty Wing Web and Game. So that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for taking part in the giveaway. A big shout out to Joshua. If you guys enjoyed this game developer podcast, please leave a like, please subscribe, and go check out Three Interactive's website. Go like them on Facebook. And a big shout out to Joshua. Thank you so much for the CD keys and talking about the game as well. If you are on Xbox One, go check out the Xbox One version, which is releasing on Wednesday. And
Yes.
I guess that's
And
about it.
thank you for hosting me on this podcast. It's been really fun.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
a new experience for me as well. So yeah. Hope
Thank
I
you.
didn't disappoint you.
No,
too
no,
much.
it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Like, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank
Like,
you, thank
see,
you. Yeah.
it's I want more. I really want the Indian scene to like grow and like,
Yeah.
whether it's the gamer scene or the game development scene. Like, I would love to do more of this.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice to get a connect with gamers.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was Venom from PC Peasants. If you guys like my podcast, go check out my podcast highlights, which are like shorter versions of this. And of course, my live streams, which happen almost every day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and happy gaming. Have a nice Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Take care.